here. Right, I think we're ready to start. Okay, so my name is Anne Boner. I'm Head of Department of Civil Engineering and Construction here at LYIT, and I'm very pleased to be able to speak to you today about what we do in our department. Now, can everybody hear me at the back? It's a bit noisy, Mike, isn't it, at the back? Okay. Right, so the department is within the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, right? So there's 3 departments in the faculty: the Department of Electronic and Mechanical Engineering, Department of Civil Engineering and Construction, and Department of Computing, right? So you will have talks from the other department, and what I'm going to talk to you about is Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. Okay. Right, so first of all, what are the strengths of the department? It's multidisciplinary, and what we mean by that is we have all of the construction disciplines within one department, and that's fairly unique because oftentimes you find that they're spread over several departments, whereas we have all of the construction, come on in if you want, we've all the construction disciplines within one department. So there's obviously synergies between them. They can work together and do projects together. You can simulate a design team like what happens in reality or what happens in the work placement. We do what's called an integrated project, where we have students from all of the different disciplines working together on a project, typically second-year students. A big feature of the whole construction industry education in recent years is BIM, or Building Information Modelling, and you'll find out some more about that today too. Right? So it's basically where all of the different disciplines use or create the one 3-dimensional model for their modelling or their drawings, but it also refers to elements such as scheduling, costing, energy efficiency, and so on. All of the courses in the department have a professional accreditation from one of the professional bodies, and what we find is that we often are the receiver of professional bursaries, and students also win professional body awards or prizes. Okay, so we're just going to start now looking at the courses in the department. So when you go on to the CAO, you have 2 options. You have level 7 and level 8 courses, right? So on the level 8 honours degree courses, your choices are the BEng honours, Fire Safety Engineering, the BSc honours in Quantity Surveying, BSc Honours in Construction Management, and BSc Honours in Architectural Technology. So all of those courses are 4-year courses from the beginning, and they're honours degree entry. Then on the level 7, we have a level 7 in Quantity Surveying, a level 7 in Civil Engineering, and a level 7, which is new for this coming September, and a level 7 in Construction with degree award options, Architectural Technology or Construction Management. So it means if you come in on that level 7 in construction, you have a common first year between Architectural Technology and Construction Management, and then you decide at the end of it which route you want to take or which pathway. When you've got your honours degree, the other options for continuing on 1-year add-ons is we have a 1-year add-on in Fire Safety Engineering and 1-year add-on in Construction Contracts Management. Another feature of all our courses now from this year are work placements, because we've gradually been introducing work placements, and now we have work placements in all our courses. So typically students go on work placement throughout Ireland or the UK, but they have gone to other locations, including the Canary Islands, Germany, United Arab Emirates, USA, places that they might have connections with or that we have forged connections with. As well as that, we have site visits and study tours. Like all of our first years have already been on a site visit to a social housing site in Derry, which they will follow as part of their construction technology programme. So they have been on a site visit to it, they've done a site report, and then they will continue that on in second semester, where the same thing will happen again. They'll have another site visit and site report on the same site. We have some international students, and we also have Erasmus students from time to time. So there's two models for the year out. One model for the year out is the year long, what we call an active learning year, where you're out for the whole of the academic year, and that's the model we use for architectural technology and quantity surveying. So that occurs in third year. So basically students in quantity surveying and architectural technology are here on campus for year 1 and year 2, and then they're on placement for the whole year of third year. But while they're on placement, it's a bit like online learning. You have some modules to do, and you also have an online diary that you complete to say what competencies you're achieving or how you're getting on in your work placement. So basically they're out for the full year and then they come back in for fourth year. The other model that we have for work placement is a short work placement, and the courses that's in is the fire safety engineering, construction management or civil engineering, right? And what it is, it's just a short, maybe 6-week placement at the end of semester 6, which is year 3. So the students go out on work placement for at least 6 weeks, but they may choose to stay on work placement for the summer. And in fact, often when students go out on work placement, even though they're only in third year, then they're kept on maybe 1 day a week by their employers for fourth year, and eventually they might get a job with the same employer that they do their work placement on. So it's a very important element of each course that you get an introduction to a company, and the company is introduced to you, and you see what you'll be doing in industry. So I mentioned before about the professional, that they're professional courses. In other words, they are accredited by professional bodies. So that means that they have a standard accreditation, like say in the case of the Society of Chartered Surveyors. So the Society of Chartered Surveyors Ireland accredit all of the honours quantity surveying courses equally throughout the country. So that means that they've all reached the level that the Society of Chartered Surveyors want you to reach before you become a professional quantity surveyor, say, with them. When you do your honours degree, you have to work for a minimum of 2 years, or in some cases the 1 year work placement could count as 1 year. And then you do professional exams and an interview, and then you become chartered. So that's one professional body. But likewise, we have professional bodies for all of the engineering courses. The BEngs are accredited by the Institute or Engineers Ireland. And then we have other accreditations like Chartered Institute of Architectural Technologists for the Architectural Technology Programme, or Ciob, Chartered Institute of Building, will accredit our construction management and other courses. So it means that if you have an accreditation and you travel throughout the world, if you go to the Far East or the Middle East, they may not know anything about the level of your course that you've done. A level 8 course in Ireland mightn't mean a whole lot, but if you say, well, it's Ciob accredited, well then they can benchmark against that and they know what level that you're at. So professional body accreditation, we have professional lecturing teams. So some of our lecturers, most of our lecturers are members of professional bodies themselves, whether it's Engineers Ireland or SCSI or Ciob, or sometimes you can be a member of several different professional bodies. All of the courses are discipline specific. Like we tend to have, we have civil engineering, as I said, we've had building services engineering, might become a building engineering course, so I'll talk about that. We have fire safety engineering. So the courses are all unique in themselves, but there's a lot of collaboration and crossover between them. We have strong links with industry, which isn't hard to do at the present time because industry is crying out for people in all of the disciplines that we have, because basically for the last, say, 10 years, there haven't been enough people graduating in any of these disciplines. A lot of the current staff in industry maybe are ready, or some of them are ready to retire. So there's replacement, there's new jobs, there's a huge demand for construction professionals and engineering professionals. The courses here, I suppose the difference between doing a very theoretical course and say engineering and the more traditional universities and doing it here is, here it tends to be very much hands-on, where you do a lot of practical work. So you have a very full timetable because there's a lot of hours to be done in practical work as well as your study work. So it's a mixture of theory and practice. And what we're aiming is that you're employable from the word go. So when you walk out of here, that you can be employed straight away to do the job that you've chosen to do, or to enter the profession that you want to enter. So basically within the department, if you look on our website, it's split into two areas. We have built environment construction and we've built environment engineering. So if we look at built environment engineering, at the moment what we have on offer is civil engineering and fire safety engineering. The others are night classes that people are doing online now. Industry people are doing those classes on night, certificate Revit, 4D BIM and applied fire safety management. So on the construction side then we have quantity surveying, construction management and architectural technology. So I suppose one of the key differences between the two areas are if you go for the BEng or the Bachelor of Engineering course, that tells you it's an engineering course. The level 7 will be accredited at associate level by Engineers Ireland. Our level 8 honours degree in fire has got full Engineers Ireland accreditation. But the fact that it's BEng tells you the focus is on engineering, so you will be doing a maths module or applications of maths the whole way through. Whereas the construction modules, you'll be doing maths and maybe applications of physics or whatever in the first year, but after that it tends to focus more on regulations, law, management, drafting, BIM, all of the different aspects of construction rather than engineering. Okay, so I did talk to you about the professional bodies. So we have Engineers Ireland, SCSI, CIOB, CIT, Ciob, which is the Chartered Association of Building Engineers, and there's also a Society of Fire Prevention Engineers that we have links with. They're a USA-based professional body. Okay, so I mentioned as well the BEng Honours Fire Safety Engineering, and it has full accreditation with Engineers Ireland, right? So that means it meets the standard for Chartered Engineer, and it's also always with further study, because to become a Chartered Engineer now you do need to have a Master's in Engineering, but if you've got a fully accredited honours degree, that's the first stepping stone towards becoming Chartered. It's a 4-year degree, and it's pretty unique as well in that it doesn't have an honours maths entry requirement, because basically what we did is we proved that if we have students coming in here onto the BEng Honours Fire Safety Engineering, that over the course of 4 years we bring them to the level that is required, so that when they leave they have the level that's required, or the level that would be on a par with other engineering courses that do have the honours maths entry requirement. Right. As well as that, this is the only college that you're going to hear about fire safety engineering in, because we're the only college that does undergraduate full-time course in fire safety engineering, and we've been running that now for over 20 years. So we have expertise in it, and we have graduates go out from here and they get excellent jobs throughout Ireland. Some of them are based in Donegal, some of them are working from the CoLab right beside us, some are in the UK, Middle East, wherever. Okay, so it is a highly valued degree. So in terms then of what's new for 2022-2023, so as I said, this is the first time that we've offered the common entry level 7 in construction, where you can branch off after first year to architectural technology or construction management. And that's good for people who maybe aren't entirely sure as to which course they're going to do starting off and want an option, or two options as it were. The other course that we are looking at developing this year, and we hope to have on the CAO before September, to have available for September, is what we're now calling a BEng Honours in Building Engineering and Renewable Energy, because we have run building services and renewable energy up until now, but that course has been run down as a level 7, so we're now going to offer it as a level 8, and in tandem with that we hope to offer it as a level 7 common entry with fire safety engineering as well. So that's basically something to look out for. Again, it's an area where there are virtually no graduates throughout the country. DIT do building engineering, but that's pretty much, as far as I know, the only students that are graduating with it. You will have energy engineering in some courses and some related disciplines, but it's in very much high demand and a big earner for students. So just to have a quick recap of the kind of things that we do, when you're here today and you walk around and you see all the stands and you're going down to the labs, and hopefully you get to meet some of the graduates or some of the students who are acting as students ambassadors, or some of the students, a few of them that are about the classrooms today. So you get a feel for the type of things that we do, and you might see stuff that's up on the walls. So we tend to, because I suppose in Donegal we're pretty far away from everybody and we want to make sure that we're involved with everything that's going on, so we tend to enter for a lot of competitions, and we've had a lot of success in different competitions, including the Institute of Structural Engineers, Student Technician and Civil Engineering prizes. As I mentioned, we have Erasmus exchanges, so we would have from time to time students coming here from Finland or from Belgium is another place where we'd have students join us for maybe a semester, or then they might like it so much they decide to stay. And we would have some students going on international exchanges. We tend to have an architectural technology and BIM showcase. If it wasn't for COVID, we tend to have one every year at the end of the year where you can see the students' work. And a lot of the architectural work is on display up in the architectural studios and outside of that. We enter, as I said, the Ciob Student Challenge, which is a national event that takes place usually in Croke Park every year, where students come together and are given typically like a construction management challenge to do throughout the day. We have guest lecturers who come in and talk, and we're continuing that online, and that some of the lecturers will organise for guest lecturers, sometimes from the professional bodies, but they could be anywhere in the world, to give talks during our courses. And as I mentioned, site visits and work placements are a feature of all our courses too. Right? So I'm conscious of the time, and I think the time is probably close to up there, and that's just a very quick recap. So basically, if you want to find out more, there is a Department of Civil Engineering and Construction Facebook page where I post up different events and stuff that's happening on there. But the best place, I suppose, to get the information is from our website. Look at the different courses there and contact me if you need or if you have any queries. Right, so thanks very much, and I hope you enjoyed the day today and get the information that you need, talk to everybody, and hopefully we see you back in September. Okay?